You know, it's almost like your birthday with a package from China, so let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video we are going to take a close look at a classic Super HD Mini. And the reason I'm saying classic, not because it plays classic games, but this thing I've reviewed it for a very long time back today. The question remains, how is the 621 8-bit game system in 2021? Did they improve anything, or is it still the crappy same stuff, or is it any good? They have released so many of these clones or beta sets, Super HD Mini versions, and all sorts kind of form factors. It looks like SNES, but it isn't. That's the first part they messed up in my opinion. Okay, so let's take a close look in the inside. What are we going to get with this model? So, I would not be surprised if there's nothing being changed with this thing. Simply because, like, they're still doing the naughty stuff, like having this Super NES Mini Classic that is having 8-bit games. They even call this thing the SFC. In other words, like, this thing is a Super Nintendo clone or something that needs to look like it. See, that's the problem with these Chinese, like, and the problem is I read in my old video comments back in the day, like the older model, a lot of people did bought it and thought it was a Super NES. And that is the main problem. It comes with an HDMI cable. I have no idea why there isn't. Seriously, like, I have no idea why they are sending me like a battery for a PlayStation Portable. What the hell? Didn't order that one at all. Okay, so there was no toilet paper manual today. So what you're going to get is, of course, the game list over here. The game list, of course, shows only 8-bit games. It's a gigantic list, 720 games, a lot of double games and homebrew stuff. Page 1 and page 2. So then we're going to get a set of controllers. The controllers, like, nothing with the original one compared. They're like really horrible cheap quality. I must say that I don't get it why they're sending these with the controller like these, because we're having shoulder buttons that have no function, or they are like a second turbo button. So most of the time I'm going to get A, B, turbo button set 1, turbo button set 2. And here we can see, like, this thing has the old school NES connection. And then in here we're going to get the power supply. So it's 5-volt micro USB powered. Quite interesting. And of course we're going to get the system itself. At the front we're going to get the LED for on and off, 2 ports for the controllers, on and off, a reset button. This doesn't do anything. This is just a plastic shell. Micro USB for in, HDMI out. And here at the bottom we're going to get some more information. It says here this device needs minimum of 5-volt 12 milliamp. Yeah, so that's it. So let's hook it up and let's see what we're going to get. Alright, so it seems to be that they didn't change anything out. Like, they're still using the same menu. Oh boy, I felt for it. Like, they're always selling like the new model of 2021 over the year that they're selling this, or 2022. But they're just keep repeating themselves and selling the same kind of crap. Or isn't not crap today? Let's find out. Okay, so the image quality so far is so good. We're going to get here action games, shoot, sport, puzzle, racing and fighting games. I have seen it before with the previous models, like the Cool Baby Header 2. The list makes no sense whatever. They try to do this category system, and then overall when you're looking at the game list, oh boy. Like, some of these things make no sense whatsoever. Let's see if we can press B, if we can go back. Shooting games, let me guess, all the Control games, Robocop, stuff like that. A lot of games I've never seen before. Hot Blood will be the sport games. Fighting games, let me guess, Turtles, yep. Maybe some Double Dragon. This is what I mean with homebrew crap. Mortal Kombat, I really hate the game. Racing, here we're going to get some racing games. Zippy Race. And then we're having Puzzle. And Angry Birds. There are not only puzzle games, I can tell you that though. So this is what I mean, like weird games, roller games, rock and ball, stuff like that. There was nothing puzzle about it. So I rather have like a search function or something I've seen before with these plug and play devices. But let's try some games, just see how they run. So I must say that the audio and the visual quality is not bad at all. I see my share of shitty clones. Even if they're like HDMI, you noticed with some of these that they have like a really horrible audio or signal output. I'm really surprised to see some screen tearing. And the controllers are surprisingly quite good. Like, they feel not like original controllers, but they're like actually good quality. I can even hear the sounds. Huh, surprisingly. Okay, so let's try the Zippy game. What I find always a little bit of a bummer is that with these systems that they're like using an SNES casing, it's more like confuse people, and basically in my opinion they're like messing it up in every single way, because people will be disappointed seeing this. People buy a lot of this stuff from the picture thinking, hey, I just crashed. But hey, it says SNES, but there is not an SNES because there is just NES games inside. Okay, so this is a great game, Kung Fu, to check out the D-pad. I did notice with this game, like the colors are not like it should be. Like the guys are like actually pink. That is not like it should be. It needs to be more like bluish, if I say correctly. All the movements are come out easily. Okay, that's a, oh, that was really cheap. Oh. Shit. Okay, let's try the turbo buttons. All the sound effects are here. But the color palettes are not like it should be in my opinion. Okay guys, so let's do a quick peek in the inside. I didn't do that like many years ago, and I just wanted to see what is the inside. And what I don't need to forget to tell you guys is that the overall quality, I must say that I'm slightly surprised. And the reason why, this is not a good screwdriver. Let's grab this one. Yep, that's better. But I'm surprised of not the casing. The casing is not like the Super NES Mini when you're putting them side by side. No. The thing is, like, when you're looking at the quality of the casing, it's just okay. And yeah, the only thing you notice already straight on, like the on and off switch, is a little bit wiggly. And yeah, I already had some issues with it, that my system didn't even turn on the first time I booted it up. So that is like the real China quality. So funny that there's kind of weird cover in there, but that's it. That's the only thing. The reset button. The on and off switch is over here with this piece of plastic that goes over it. Kind of weird that I have some issues. Maybe it's already having a bad switch on it. Reset. So let's take a close look at it. So this thing dated up to 2017. So even if they're like selling these things for, let's say, brand new model, it's just bullocks in my opinion. But let's take a close look at the PCB over there. Okay, so and the same is also for this PCB. It dated back to 2017 too. So that is what it is, man. Like they're like selling these things as brand new sometimes. There are only 3 screws holding this in place, and this is the only thing that you're going to get in the inside, like 2 PCBs. And it's more like buying a piece of plastic with 2 PCBs. That's it. But I don't get like that they are using these old controller ports, not like USB supported. Some of these SNES or NES Mini Classics nowadays, like the brand new models, using kind of an Android edition. Kind of weird. So over here what you're going to get is the chip itself. Let's see, this is the black bubble, contains like the firmware, stuff like that. A couple of interesting chips. And this is the chip for the HDMI scaling. Alright, sorry for the unfocusing. But this is for the chip at the above, is for the HDMI functionalities. And then here at the bottom, we're going to get ourselves the black blob with information, they can see. And here we're having the chip. I did try to find some information, but I couldn't find any information about it. But that's the only thing, like this is the main board for the NES that is inside. Holy crap, and that is very tiny. Okay guys, so this is what we're going to get. It's an old model, so if they're saying to you that it is a brand new model, no it is not. But overall the quality, I think it is still one of the best clones I have seen. It's a little bit of a bummer they're using the SNES case, because it's just a big lie and a super confusing situation. But overall, like the system itself comes with a lot of crap inside, like games that like make no sense whatsoever. But I noticed like the games that run just fine on it. The controls are decent enough to enjoy. But yeah, most of the time if these fake controls get broken, there's no way of finding replacements. But nevertheless, let me know in the comments what you think of this. Well, thank you for watching. Consider subscribing and hit that little bell to become on the Wicked family. And I will see you in the next video.